Greetings guys, Chris VA Travels, snuck down here to Durham, North Carolina, and I'm going to visit the Duke Homestead, home of Washington Duke, big tobacco mogul down here, namesake of Duke University. He and his family donated a lot of money to the college. And yeah, here we are, gonna go in and take the tour, and it's pretty empty today. Well, they close in about an hour, hour and a half. I see somebody from New Jersey. That's probably an employee's vehicle over there. So here we are, Duke Homestead. Let me check out this plaque. All right, over here, some information. There he is, 1880. 20 years later. And here's his first tobacco factory. Yeah, started growing right after the war. And an interesting note, he joined the Confederate Army. He was captured 1863, held prisoner in Richmond until the end of the war, released in New Bern, and he walked 134 miles from New Bern back here to Durham. And then he started growing bright leaf tobacco. Started up a business called W. Duke Sons and Company, which it eventually grew. And he and his sons turned it into the American Tobacco Company. And it was one of the largest trusts in the world. And then over here, a bunch of the Civil War sites. Yeah, I'm going to be visiting the Bennett House. And like I said, New Bern, that's where he walked to Durham, 134 miles. I need to see if you can visit that, the Albemarle. Yeah, so, all right, grab my ticket, check this place out. Cool guys, the tour is free. It's self-guided, which means I can film. Awesome. And there's a museum on the other side of the wall. I'm going to go visit the house and then walk through the museum. So a little write-up here. Moved into the house 1852, lived here until 1874. And there he is, Washington Duke, born 1820. Like I say, namesake of Duke University. There's his wife, Artelia. Interesting name. And his sons. Yeah, I know his son Brody had a lot to do with the textile mills being built in the area. Okay, so here we are. Okay, he did own one slave. So, Caroline, born 1844. All right, so here we go. And yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna have this place pretty much to myself, so that's awesome. Take my time. And to figure out where to go. I don't know, I'm assuming maybe back here. And a lot of these yellow pines out here in this area. And yeah, that stuff, they use that for flooring in a lot of the historic homes. A lot of the old colonial homes always had yellow pine flooring. A lot of ivy over here. All right, here we go, coming up on it. A lot to see. The big house, the White House. And looks like that's gonna be a tobacco shed, tobacco barn. A couple fields for growing crops. I'll find out what this is. And yeah, several outbuildings. So maybe I'll start over here and work my way to the big house. Okay, see, I've got the map here, and this is building number 1. And this is the tobacco curing barn from 1870. This oak curing barn held what became North Carolina's leading industry, flue-cured bright leaf tobacco. Cool. All right, so let's check this out. I see some tobacco drying right there. And what is this? I don't know why they have this. I don't know. But interesting. Let me peek in here. Okay. Oh yeah, it's very cool in here. And yeah, plenty of tobacco drying out here. All right. Hoe right here. Okay, so what do they have? Some sort of, they have a stove in there or something? Yeah, wouldn't you want it kind of to dry it out? You would, pipe right here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, so what do they have, a fire right there? And I don't know. I guess that would be one benefit if it was a guided tour. But okay, I'm gonna walk over, check out the other side. Cool, all right. And then, let's see, building number 2. Go back to my map. I've got it all folded weird here. Okay, so walk over here to building number 2. This is the tobacco pack house, circa 1901. After curing, the dry brittle leaves from the cure barn were placed in the lower level ordering pit, where they absorb the moisture from the exposed ground overnight, becoming pliable. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on in the pack house. Old wagon right here. Okay. And yeah, just some farm equipment here, it looks like. Cole MFG company. And obviously you crank this thing, grinding something up. Daggone. Some teeth right there. You want to get your hand caught in there. All right, so yeah, just an old plow right here. Watch my step. Big old wagon. All right, so see what's in here. Some gourds over here. And imagine I can just walk in here. Yeah, again, very cool in here. Cool as in cold. Well, this is where they packed the tobacco, I guess. Salt pump down there. Yeah, just another wagon over here. And then it says the buildings beyond this gate were erected between 1852 and 1874. Again, 1852 is when he moved into the big house, if that's what you want to call it. All right, so yeah. And okay, so this would be number 6 right here. Let me see. This is the 3rd tobacco factory from 1869. The Dukes directed the construction of this building after outgrowing the 1st and 2nd factories. The Dukes and hired laborers processed tobacco to produce pro bono publico. I guess that's a type of tobacco. In 1872. Duke produced about 125,000 pounds of pipe tobacco from his Homestead factories. In 1874, Duke relocated to Durham to further expand his business. Yeah, he had a big old Queen Anne house in Durham. It no longer stands. And take a look in here. So this is the 3rd factory. Just kind of an empty. Well, I see a chair, ladder back chair back there. Can't, maybe I can get a better, yeah, it's a big old barn. Yeah, windows over there. Let me just walk over there real quick. All right, so maybe you can see better inside from over here. Okay, it looks just pretty empty. So yeah, getting those chairs. Okay. All right, well that's the 3rd factory. And let me go back to the map here. So number 4, right across the way. I'll save the main house for the end. That would be the 1st tobacco factory, circa just the 1850s. And yeah, the thing's pretty small, so I see some walnuts on the ground. I guess a walnut tree over there. And all right, so the 1st factory originally built as a corn crib for his early farming operations. It was repurposed as a pipe tobacco factory in 1865 when he founded the W. Duke and Sons Company. Duke and his children made their first product, the Pro Bono Publico, which means for the public good in Latin, in 1866. They produced 1,500 pounds of this pipe tobacco. Okay. All right, so just take a walk around this building. I see they've got it locked up. I'm hoping you can go inside the house. I mean, I have a feeling you're not going to be able to, but okay. So let me see what's next over here. I imagine that's where they grew the tobacco. Anyway, all right. Okay, so back behind the house, it looks like number 8 is the well house. And then to the left right there would be the meat house, both from 1860. So everything's gonna be closed up, but I'll just walk over and take a look at this meat house. And let me see what it says about the meat house. They use this building to preserve and store meats. Okay, so pretty much a smokehouse. During the winter, butchered hogs. They heavily salted the meat and hung it from the rafters above. Yeah, so it's a smokehouse. Yeah, they've got everything locked up. Kind of a bummer, but some more gourds down there. All right, so little smokehouse. Okay, so right next door, the well house. Obviously, there's a well inside, and they say it's about 40 feet deep. It's lined with stone, and it was usually about halfway full of water. And they think during the winter months, they kept perishable goods, perishable foods inside. So, see some chicken fencing right here. Maybe they had chickens right there. Yeah. Okay, so what is this? Just looks like the thing's broken off right there, but little sundial. It says this is the kitchen garden, middle of December, so everything's dead. And over here, this is a grape arbor. And yeah, they cultivated native grapes, it says. And this also provided shade for the winter. Oh, so maybe this is also a grape arbor. Yeah, hide underneath this thing and stay cool. All right, let me walk over to the main house. All right, so it doesn't say when the house was built. But as I said before, Washington Duke moved in 1852. He moved in with his second wife, Artilia, and his 2 children from his first marriage. But he and Artilia had several children, so 8 people lived in this house. I'm sure that's the original portion. And the one slave lady named Caroline lived here as well, so I guess 9 people in the house. So, and yeah, as his wealth grew, made more and more add-ons. I'm wondering if that's the kitchen. Maybe I can, yeah, okay. Let me take a look inside. It says they added a dining room as well. Okay, yeah, I see a stove right there. Yeah, it looks like this would have been the kitchen. It's looking like. You can probably see better with the camera than I can. And this side, I can't really see over here that good. It's kind of empty right there. Well, it looks like a dining room kind of up there. So let me walk around. Well, they had a fire going there not too long ago. Maybe you can see better. Over here, I see some candle makers over there, a little table. Oh, pretty big cabinet over there. And this side looks more of like a kind of a living room. Maybe this is the dining room. I see some plates on the table to the right. Ooh. Hey, hey. Let's see what's down here. Very cool down here. Not much going on, just some old boards. All right. Close this up. All right. Okay. Okay, I see somebody over there. And here we go, you can see straight across. And I see a bed to the left. Yeah, just an oil lamp. Looks like some sleigh bells over there. And I know it's not gonna be open, but yeah, bummer. Okay, here we go, bed to the right. So bedroom over here. Again, oil lamp. Okay, yeah, little fireplace. Chair back there, little wash basin over there. And I see a key for the tightening the rope bed. And yeah, that's all I can make out. Okay. Well, there it is, the Duke Homestead, and didn't notice those kind of square windows going around the door, but yeah, pretty basic home. Clapboard home from the time. Got the center chimney, 4-room structure. Always neat seeing how people lived back then. So I'm gonna head back up to the Welcome Center. They've got a short little film to watch. Then I'm gonna check out that museum. Made it into the museum and kind of going through the history of tobacco. And over here, Nicotiana. And over here is Jean Nicot, French ambassador to Portugal. And he became interested in tobacco and its curative powers. And yeah, up into the 1950s, you would see advertisements talking about how tobacco was good for you, how it was healthy. Yeah, so I wonder if they're gonna be talking about John Rolfe over here. And yeah, the flowers up top, the seeds, you'll wanna snap this off and it helps produce more nicotine in the leaves. And bright tobacco, here we go. Smell the aroma. Yeah, well, it smells like tobacco. Here's the whole process right there. Harvesting and then curing. Virginia, North Carolina, all about tobacco. And here are these flowers you break off right here. Snap off. Okay, oh, the Duke Homestead. Well, here's just a diorama. All the buildings we just looked at, okay. Yeah, the well house, smokehouse. And there's his family, the Dukes. Yeah, they call it the Bull City. Trinity College, that's what became Duke University after they donated money. All the diseases and pests and bad weather that would kill your crop. Yeah, these cutworms would really tear into the stalks. Mosaic was a widespread, highly contagious virus. Kind of a machete right there. Horse collar over here. A drag harrow. This guy. "13-month crop." The best soil for growing tobacco is a dark, sandy foam. Well, there you go. There's some good tobacco soil. All right, so a grading bench where you remove the leaves and then you stored it in a pack house. A scale over here. Philip Morris, Richmond. The first warehouse sales were in Danville, Virginia. Wow, it's a pretty big museum. There's some early warehouses right here. Durham right there. Parish Brick Warehouse. Auction. Just some farmers and tradesmen, auctioneer, and a buyer. All right. All your different tobacco products. Tube Rose snuff, Scotch snuff. Is that a Richmond? Golden Grain, Havana cigars. Beech nut. Tobacco twist right there. Oh, there it is outside. Looks like chewing tobacco was pretty popular back then, but yeah, all cigarettes. Now it's all vaping. What is this thing? Joseph Ring Bryant used this in 1850. Pressed to make chewing tobacco. All right, pressing some tobacco. Wester cutter. Quite a machine right there. A packer. Wanted 25 white girls to make cigarettes. Okay. What is this? This is a bag tagger. Over here is the entire process. So you've got the bond sack feeder. Tobacco would be filtered in from the floor above. And you'll see cigarettes being rolled. And then it's cut with sharp knives into individual cigarettes. this lady right here, she's the catcher. She inspects the cut cigarettes on the catch belt and places them into a tray. So that metal thing is a tray, and the trays are placed over here. Cigarette packer. What is that? Okay, so that must be part of the package. Yeah, I see Pall Mall right there. So I guess, yeah, that's where they're put into the packages. Trays of cigarettes are carried to the packer and placed on a rack. The packer then plunges into the pocket holding 20. Yeah, so it puts the cigarettes into their packages. And this is a bag jack. It looks pretty old. Not much of a, looks like I guess somebody sat right there and I don't know what went on. Rufus Patterson in 1855 invented the bag jack. Yeah, so the American Tobacco Company used the machine, this machine from 1932 until 1977 to manufacture bags of Bull Durham smoking tobacco. Yeah, I never knew Bull Durham was a cigarette. And before the knot tire was invented, a tie boy would sit atop a machine and tie the bags closed up until 1919 when child labor laws were passed. Yeah, crazy times back then. Oh yeah. Oh, this guy, oh, I missed the cigar rolling over here. Kind of a cigar rolling machine. Model M Universal Tobacco Stripping and Booking Machine. Okay, yeah, well, most cigars were rolled. And the process is still as it was 100 years ago. And it looks like many were rolled in New York City tenement houses. And cigar tobacco, of course, popularly grown down in Cuba. Okay. So I guess they would just kind of hand roll them and maybe cut them right there. That's a pretty old, uncomfortable looking chair. There they are. Okay, so he's got that little machine right there. Okay, see, these are some prominent, there's Buck Duke, must be one of his descendants. Okay, R.J. Reynolds. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Richmond, there was a big Reynolds plant. Okay, American tobacco logo. There it is. Ah, what is this? Kind of doesn't really say what that is, but early advertising, the pride of Durham smoking tobacco. There's a Durham bull right there. Yeah, I never knew that that was a cigarette. Okay, well, he's got his Durham cigarette right there. Looks pretty happy. Caddy labels. Honeybee tobacco. Okay. Okay, so it's saying, yeah, once competition crept in, they really stepped up the advertising. Duke's Cameo. Virginia Brights. Is that Napoleon? Oh, yeah. Austerlitz. Yeah, this place closes here shortly, so Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to keep moving. I would love to stop and read these a little bit more in depth, but there we go.
Yes, to enjoy a milder, cooler, better tasting smoke, always buy Chesterfield. For Chesterfield smoke so mild they satisfy millions. So mild they'll satisfy you. Hey, always milder, better tasting, cooler smoking. Yes, ABC, always buy Chesterfield. They satisfy.
Prince Albert, Queen Victoria's son, not her husband. That would be King Edward. Oh yeah, looks like something I would have seen in my grandparents' house. Some spit tunes over here, chewing tobacco. Okay, so it looks like that was used on a rail line. Yeah, railroads and hotels. Copenhagen. Fancy design there. Cutter right there. Brown earthenware glaze. Perique, the champagne of tobacco. Aromatic Perique tobacco is extremely rare, with less than 150 acres being grown in the entire world. St. James Parish, Louisiana, located 50 miles north of New Orleans. Wow, it's the sole producer of this champagne of tobacco. Okay, so this large oak whiskey barrel contained 500 pounds of the tobacco. And that jack screw puts down 30 tons of pressure. Okay, some old pipes back here, going back to Christopher Columbus. Pretty fancy over here. Meerschaum pipe. Oriental Express. Oh. Tobacco around the world. This is a replica of the Liberty Bell made from tobacco. It is a duplicate of the one presented to the Smithsonian by R.J. Reynolds. Wow. Got the crack in it and everything. All of these old cigarette machines, I remember these from when I was a kid. Have I seen this? Yeah, I'm already. Okay. $0.15, huh? All right, if you're still with me after that long museum tour, I appreciate you sticking around. And grabbed a couple flyers, some places hopefully I'm going to be coming back down to visit. And pretty cool, learned a little bit about the tobacco industry. And I'm wondering if there's a Philip Morris museum in Richmond. I need to look into that. Oh, also wanted to tell you I've got some merch for sale underneath this video. I've got a mug and a t-shirt you can grab. Soon I will have a baseball cap. And yeah, if you want to help me out, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and support me on Patreon.